Audience, I'm back, like Durango. I got the raspberry Coke right here, so it may not be Kool-Aid, but I'm like Ice Mike. I'm ready for round 2. Are you ready for round 2? Because I am. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be playing Chris Sawyer's Locomotion for the, as I call it, the Nintendo Shit Cube. Let's begin. Ah, yes. So, what we'll be doing today is starting a beginner scenario. We'll play a few scenarios and whatnot, see if we can fix them up, see if we can make populations of local towns so dependent on transport company that they'll be begging for their mercy and forgiveness, as these companies use psychic domination. So the gist of the... Let's begin. Boulders Bay, our very first test subject. It's easy enough to understand. You gotta connect all these together. First order of business, just like I did with OpenTDD, max loan to cover the cost. You gotta scout around for talent. Now, what I like to do is this. You can make it. You can make the track long enough. You can use it to make it so the station picks up and drops off goods to town. But not just that, but I can have the station be used by freight trains as well. First step to world domination, right here. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine all the noise from the trains going by. These signals are used to point out where trains to go, and it creates a signal block that allows trains to, well, let's just say about signals. Well, trains sharing the same lines can't move, and if you make them ignore those signals, they go boom. And here's what we do. Simple connection. Coal mine, steel mill. Boom. La la. Now go, my child. Zap to the extreme. Now, here's a little thing I do is I use buses to make a little extra money on this here side. So we use the towns like this, and this here. Now, our goals is to provide the transport services on this tiny little island. Our challenge: achieve a performance of 10%. The engineer. Thank you. A most wonderful sound. Now I'm using OpenLoco, so it takes a lot of features from OpenTDD, like the ability to clone vehicles, like right here. But it's actually based off of Open and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, which is an open source port of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Good game, fun. In fact, this track called Techno Torture can be thought of as a softer version of the modern style. No theme park is completely about modern style. So, here's the thing I like to do is, I like to use one-way roads like this, and you make it so that for bus stations, because you don't want those buses clogging up those there roads. So this is what we do, and this. Beach Town. Hey, this is better than driving a car and getting stuck in traffic. There we go. Yeah, you deliver iron to the steel mill, you deliver coal to the steel mill, you get steel, you take it to that factory, and it produces goods. Simple and easy. Something's not right. Oh, there. Successfully completed this challenge. Now, go from plate layer to engineer. Now, here's the interesting fact is, you place down the headquarters. It starts out small. As you can see, it's building up. The headquarters HQ starts out small, but it gets bigger with each ranking. Right here. It starts out tiny like this, but it's smaller with a few small details. As your ranking goes up and your performance index goes up, the HQ gets bigger. Now, let's move on to a new challenge. The Sandbox Citadel. It's randomly generated. So, well, it just generally means that the landscape is randomized every time. So, what we have here is a desert landscape. What you're seeing here is the American style of buildings, meaning that they built stuff like this, where it says, where you have, right here it says, house, feeder, and church. These are the church is common in all those styles, but it has different type and style of each one. There's Great Britain, there's European, Alpine, and American. That's what you got here. So, what we have here is, so what we're going to do is, what I usually do, we start with buses first. We start in a local large town like Visbury. And let's see. Here. Good old here. What do you think? Check coverage. Good. And let's begin. Now that we got the option to clone vehicles because it's a feature in Open Loco, we can do is this. So for Weather World, same thing as Boulder Bay. Achieve a performance index of engineer. Land speed record. That does nothing. I really don't know. Really does nothing. So, here we go. Buses like doing like this. It's boring. It's practical. But the boringness is worth it. It helps make extra money. The early game is a good source of money. In the late game, it's a good source of extra money. Like me, what I do is this. One-way road. Connect to two towns. Gonna give these places a future where I live never had. as I said, this is what you're listening to is technical torture right here. Technically, what I would best describe it as, it's more of a softer version of the modern theme from Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's more, well, I'd describe it as a nice version of it. It's nice. So what we do here is now what it's doing it we're gonna do with these here buses is we're connecting two towns and forming an inter-city connect. Well, I don't know how to describe it. Starfish. Repeats. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just going to vehicle like this. Well, as you can see, we're making good progress. $24 a month. Not bad, not bad. Quite okay. Now, play the cards right. And you connect, and you can dominate these towns. You can actually block AI competitors. So you have to solidify control of a town. Like this. Now, like in Transport Tycoon, towns have, well, local authorities. But these local authorities, in a way, well, they're in name only. They can't stop you from building stuff. They can't stop you from tearing down houses, like they do in Railroad Tycoon and Transport Tycoon. Because if your rating is below, is it mediocre? You can't build stuff or demolish stuff. You gotta wait or bribe the local authority to bring it back up. And as you can see here, our rating is excellent. So, well, I have the Steam. I have the Steam version of Locomotion, and there's no manual. It just said placeholder. There we go. Receiving a good amount of money. So, move on to the next town. Okay, dribbled bottom. Your people ride the bus, not drive cars anymore. This town's ass is mine. So what I have here is good old raspberry Coke. Well, raspberry spice Coke. I'll tell you something, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I recommend it. Let's see what we got here. Now, as you can see is, delivering passengers and mail actually helps contribute to a town's growth. As you can see here, as a town gets bigger, it can have more passengers. What you can do is, you can build up, you can expand the routes within the town, Some of them start out as hamlets, then they get bigger, then they become a village, then they become a town, then they become a city. Fistbury right here has a city population of 1,434. Not bad, not bad. It's good for buses. So what we do is right here. go. Thank you. Hi, Dubs. Oh, what's that, Whisper? You want to drive your own, want to take your own cars? Too bad. Here's another bus. Well, these beginner scenarios, you can just simply use buses. But like nuclear general from generals, and when there's no nukes, as he would say, is what fun is there in that? Thank you. Hey! Got a bit of a problem. There's a jam. Ugh, who jammed the printer? Somebody put raspberry jam in the printer. That's not good. Pause, even though sadly just... But now, here's an interesting fact about Locomotion. It uses graphics from Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and 1, as you probably can tell right here by some of the buildings, like right here, like these town halls right here. In fact, actually, the steam engines and the tram is all used in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So we're making a little good progress. I think what I'll do is I'll use trams or trolleys, as they're also called. As you can see, sometimes there's graphical glitches. See, trams carry more passengers. As you can see here, trams can actually go over roads right here. Nope. 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 There we go. MLG no train. So, looks like that's our challenge. So, I think I'll end it right here, and we'll move on to the next scenario next time. So, what we did is we ended up annexing in Boulder Bay into our empire, and we made good progress here in this here sandbox. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the patience out of the time of your Radioactive video, and I apologize if I stammer, repeat, cut out, and whatever. So, as I said, thanks for watching, and remember, stay away from aliens! Bye, everyone. Good